some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Vanderbilt's offense will get first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on their quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air on second down. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
And the Commodores will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The LSU Tigers offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look,
going over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play. Take a break to check him out. LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. And first down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now, limits the options a little bit more. Second down after that loss of yards play.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Perez wants to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You've got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Complete to start this drive. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before. You do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence and know when the snap is coming out. And you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
The Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Off the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Perez to throw. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
Off play action on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Under fire. Can't make the grab in this offense. Has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the shotgun, the inside give. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Perez wants to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Tiger!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
From the gun, the running back has it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Makes the grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Commodores decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got enough for the first. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards. And
always got some space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
There's not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Perez to throw. Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every...
Turning it on! Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Perez wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Gentlemen, the Lone Star Showdown is underway in the great state of Texas. Here's a quick update between the Horns and the Aggies. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result.
Wants to throw on first down.
No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Finds his man down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Commodores send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. Saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Quick release by the QB. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Perez to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown LSU.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because you cannot throw an interception.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Here's the handoff. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Commodores will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll send the back in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run it from the gun. Quick step and go. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver.
There he goes. He's up, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, but he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. He leaves it with his back. Slithers into space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Commodores, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And the Commodores line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides the back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Perez wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Takes it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll ride Davis here. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. Fires to the right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now on second down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Perez to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. Rides to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gives it on the option. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Commodores are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be
turning it on! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Handoff to the single running back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. LSU will get a first down. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on fourth most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Can't hang on across the middle on first down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to Davis. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Crosses the 45. Off to the races. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Late season, resume-building victories behind the running game. You just can't put a price tag on it, guys.
And at this time of the year, with the weather's like this, you're getting ready to go into conference championship play, bowl season, maybe the college football playoff. You want to be able to rely on this running game. They've got the guys up front. They're physical. They've been that all year long. Very impressive.
Yeah, and when you turn on the tape and you start to study them, that's the first thing that pops out is that physique. And I'm going to have to match it week in and week out. Nice job. They've been throughout the season consistent. They're going to have to finish this season off consistent and get ready for maybe bigger steps in the future.
Coming into the